Hello! It is due time for another video from CrowdNode, and the status here in April is we're on track. Let's touch the high-level roadmap, the promises we made for 2022, split by quarter. So the first quarter, we focused on the blockchain API, and here in second quarter, we've started working on the trustless staking solution. But in short, the blockchain API is done, and let me just share the details with you. In my last video, I shared that sign-up, deposit, and withdrawal features were done. The automated direct payouts of fractional masternode rewards is also done now, so you can toggle whether if you want your rewards paid out to your address as they come in. We have also completed the voting API. It ended up being a normal web API and not a blockchain API. So when you vote, you don't spend transaction fees on it, and it still provides the same level of transparency as a blockchain API would have done. The data endpoints are done as well. We have updated a knowledge base article that are giving you the details, and I'll open that later in this video as well. Last time, I also mentioned the automated approval flow. Basically, withdrawals that are below a certain amount will be automatically approved, so you don't have to wait for one of us to manually approve it. And we have some anti-spam capabilities in place for the blockchain API as well. Lastly, but not least, an API created member can also sign up to use the web UI and vice versa, but I'll touch briefly on that later as well. And then we've created a set of additional features that will help the Dash Mobile team to create an even better user experience in the Dash Mobile wallet. What else? Just touching on the improved slides that we've previously presented. Language packs are also done, but Google Translate only got us thus far, so please help us to make it better. We have refactored a lot of code for better performance. Some of you might remember 3 years ago where it literally could take up to 15 minutes for a transaction, a deposit to show up in the UI. That is down to a minute or less, and even faster when using the API. We have also done a major update to .NET 5 on all of our solutions, and data model updates as well. This will be an ongoing thing as long as we continue to develop new features. And lastly, but not least, we have started to prepare migration to a new UI. The current web page is 4 years old, and it is starting to feel 4 years old. So a little surprise here, we managed to get our hands on crowdnode.com. And the idea is to launch the new UI there eventually, but right now it's just redirecting to our IO domain. From the bonus slide, I want to highlight that we just completed the Trust Protector selection that was also available on CrowdNode. Some of the steps are still manual, so I am really hoping that we, end of 2022, would have this fully automated as well. We've also tried to push a bit more out on social media, on Twitter, done a bit more videos than in the past. There is still room for improvement here, but we have indeed been able to provide better and faster support to our members on the support widget, and also faster response times on Discord as well. All right, so Q2 is focusing on a trustless staking solution, and we've started work on a minimal viable product, and I will send out a video as soon as I have something to show on that note. Without repeating myself too much, let me just highlight this. The blockchain API is live on mainnet, and it includes API for voting and the feature to link a Dash Mobile wallet to an existing CrowdNode account. So if you are already a member and you want to start using the Dash Mobile wallet staking service, you can do so linking to your existing account. Vice versa, so if you start using the mobile wallet via the API and you eventually want to have UI access as well, that is also possible to link to UI access. The automatic payout of fractional rewards, I mentioned that earlier. Then we have created an open voting page like we have for funds. I'll show the funds page here later in the video, but it basically allows you to check whether if you have completed voting without logging in. You can't vote without logging in. It also allows you to check whether if your votes cast via the API has been propagated correctly. Then we have some small UI improves like browser icons, favorite browser icons. And if you are like me with several tabs open in your browser, then that's a really, really neat thing. All right. We also launched 2 new masternodes since my last video, masternode 31 and masternode 32. And yes, that is our all-time high. And we're getting closer to 33 every day. All right, last slide, the blockchain API. Kickoff, it's on mainnet and it kicks ass, right? But let me show you, because talk is cheap. So I'll start by just opening the knowledge base article, which is a good starting point for anyone who wants to try the API. And it looks like this, API guide. It shows the list of commands and responses. It also shows the links to show some of the UI without logging in. Then there's the web APIs for testnet and for mainnet. And finally, we're showing our hot wallet addresses, so you can easily copy paste those in. But let me just give you a rundown how it works. So I have synchronized a Dash wallet, and I have sent a small transaction to the address that I freshly generated, and now I want to use that with CrowdNode. So first off is to send the request to sign up for API access. And let me just put that amount in. I'm going to send it to the CrowdNode hot wallet in production, and I'm going to use this input from this address and then also use the same address for change. Then sending that along. So signing up, the command is sign up for API, and the response should be please accept terms, which is 20,002 DUFs. And that came pretty swiftly. So this means that I'm now ready to accept terms. So I'll send the next command to the hot wallet. Let's see that I'm getting it right here. So paying to the hot wallet. And again, obviously filling in the change address. Next is a response from the platform, 20,004 DUFs, which is a welcome to the CrowdNode blockchain API. The response is already here. And this means that you're ready to go. You're now signed up for the API, you have accepted the terms, and you're ready to deposit. So if you want to follow along in the UI, you can do that. Just basically copy the address that is now your CrowdNode address and go to app.crowdnode.io, and on that page you'll find check your funds without logging in. And basically you can't log in because you're only an API user. So this web interface is kind of neat. And if you go ahead and look at that, you can see your total balance. Just make this a bit bigger. You can see the sign up command, and you can see the accept terms, which is now registered on the platform. So you subsequently have roughly 200,000 DUFs on the platform. But I want to go ahead and make my real deposit now. So again, I'm selecting my input and leaving a bit on the address, because if I want to withdraw later on, it would require me to have some Dash sitting in my wallet. So I'm depositing 0.6 Dash now. And back to the guide. When it's received correctly, deposit received, I will get a transaction of 20,008 DUFs back into my wallet. There we go. And again, you can use obviously the UI, but you can also use one of the endpoints to see what the balance is. So this endpoint is OData API fundings get balance. And yes, this will show you how much your balance is. Right now, it's now a bit more than 0.6 dash as expected. And we can also refresh the UI and we should see the exact same amount here. Command, and then the deposit, and then a small transaction fee to send the response back. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. On a final note, I'm really looking forward to seeing this blockchain API utilized in the Dash mobile wallet to make it easier for everyone to stake their Dash and earn fractional rewards. Take care. See you next time.